Hello and welcome back to another adventure stream. This time it is Bullmon, the big belly, I don't know, what do you say? Belly drumming monster? He's like kind of a monster. And he's up against a couple of skeletons, spirit samurais, undead gunners and the entire Waning Moon team. This is one of the funnest adventures in a long time. I liked a lot of the levels that were used in this adventure. Partly because you could make some really creative hero choices, and by creative I mean Corin, a unit that is not normally like super good. If I was Kyle, I would feel bad in the sense that a lot of these levels that we have used in this adventure we could reuse, or we could have reused for an adventure for Corin. But maybe it gets to that at some point, and then we are going to see that. All right. So as you can already hear. We got some chests that we can open here because we tore through a couple of dragons, which is something you get used to over time. So let's get those out of the way. Hello to Monster Mash, to Xys, Casey Check, Random Dude. Yeah, my head is turning a little bit more in that direction today because I have a new screen. I basically have like another screen just so I can put the chat in like visible area the entire time. Let's see how that turns out. I might still have to get used to it to some degree. I'm not super happy with the resolution because it's not as good as one of these retina displays. So when I have like the chat and move it from this second screen to the main screen, which is like right ahead, then the resolution is getting better, which is very weird. It's a very weird effect. If you've never had this, you never want to go back. It's once you go retina, you never want to go back. All right. It's about time. You usually see the chats way too late. It's true. Let's see if it helps. Let's see if it helps. All right, so let's pause this. Let's take a look at where we are. This is the adventure. I've been at that stage for a while now. In fact, since yesterday evening, but I couldn't stream yesterday evening. It would have been too late again. There's nothing else. Oh, actually, there is Treasure Beach. So let's quickly head into Treasure Beach. It's 26 minutes before I'm capping on tokens. So let's do that very quickly first. So we're gonna call that detour Treasure Beach. We haven't done this in a little while on the live streams, so let's just get rid of that. We're gonna play it fast and furious, and then after that we're immediately heading into the brand new adventure. So here we're already lucky because we can get a triple looting effect on the first turn, and then on the second turn, this sucks just a little bit, but just a little bit. Let's get rid of that. Let's move into the corner. Move here, move there. Okay, that works. And then we want to block one of the top spots so there's more of a chance that our units can pick up the gold. So let's move Tim out of the way and block something in the back. It's pretty good. Then we can move Yasmin here. Now we can make use of the effect, the passive of Vittoria. That means we trigger all three looters, and then we could move here in like wise foresight because we're just spreading out our units a bit more. I think this is slightly better, but like by 5%, even if it's 5%. So here we want to get rid of that flask, and then we want to get to here. We can do the same trick as before, triple looter and then triple looter again. Nice. Get rid of this guy, and then it's 2 more turns. Okay, so we're trying to get out of the corner. Only problem is we can only get one of our guys out of the corner. So let's first get rid of this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, this is not quite working out the way I want it, but it should be fine. We're just gonna get closer to the last one of the last chests. Did I move? No. Let's get out of the corner. Alright, and now last turn. This is excellent. So we can get triple loot bonus. Triple loot bonus. Cannot get rid of this, but that way we can. Another bonus. It's just one looter effect, but that's okay. And then finally, we're cleaning up with Tim and Silverwood. Pretty good run. I think we didn't get the maximum, obviously, but we got very close to the maximum. So 18, 7, 7, 9, and then we got 46 on top of that. That's pretty good. It's pretty almost 3 times the amount. but we didn't get all 30 looter activations that are theoretically possible, but something like 30, 28-ish, 27, something like that, I think. Alright, cool. So that was that. Let's do some raiding really quickly, just so my energy doesn't cap. At the moment I'm trying to work on my Vera, just for fun. And, okay. Oh, woo, we even got one of the items, so that's great. And now, without any further ado, because I still have some time until my Hero Arena tickets are capping, let's look at Bullmon's adventure. As almost always, we are at the Legendary Encounter. We got all the scores in all of the other encounters, so there's only the Legendary Encounter missing. I know from what my guild has said that we have to play ranged units. Oh no, we don't. We have to play warriors. Oh yes, we have to play warriors. Yeah, I remember. Some guys complained because they said it's kind of hard to get like the power that you need with just warriors. Let's see. I'm very curious about that. But before we do that, obviously, we're going to look at all of the other encounters. So let's turn off the music here. Let's turn on the music here. Let's say that we're in common encounter number 1. All right, and here we go. So this first encounter I had to try a couple of times until I finally got the perfect score. This was actually relatively hard. In the end, it's one of those encounters where the correct rule is better be lucky than good. If you have a Dorga, this is much easier because you can just like spawn summons at the top and at the bottom. But I always try and play without Dorga in these adventures. This is also kind of important. If you just click on Gix and click on the enemy in the middle, Gix will run into the shrub because he's going for maximum defense. It's more important that you go into the high ground spot because then there's a higher chance that you're going to get rid of these two guys. And the third guy you can clear with a crit hit. So that's important. And then you just have to get lucky with the number of summons you have. 2 should normally do. So as you can see here, if you have like 1 or 2 summons, they can attack the guy and then Gix is cleaning house. And that's basically how you get the lightning victory with a perfect score. But don't be surprised, you need to get like a couple of attempts. Max is 270% for Treasure Beach. Oh, there you go, thank you, I didn't even know. I always thought it's 30, but okay. So, common encounter number 2. What's happening? Are we still alive? Are we still? Okay. Whew. Okay, so here we can only play whatever we want. Yeah, that's a big restriction. So whenever that happens, I try and go with Dark, especially if the enemies are lining up so nicely. I mean, look at that Nimrod. He can just go to town. Okay, pro tip, don't attack the guy in the middle. Attack like this guy. Somebody that stands on the outside, because then the swords are bouncing from this guy to the next and then in the other direction as well most of the time. So this is kind of counterintuitive, but you're doing less damage with Nimrod if you're attacking the guy in the middle. Always try and attack somebody on the outside because then the swords are bouncing in another direction. It can happen that you're attacking the guy in the middle, the swords are bouncing in this direction, and then they just come to a halt. It's very confusing. Very different with Areus. Areus doesn't care. You can attack whoever you want with Areus. Not the case with Nimrod. So don't be like me. Be better. Be better than me. Okay. Here we could get rid of this guy, but we don't want to. First we're gonna get some darkness going, and then we're just gonna eat as many units as we can. Here, this is kind of lucky that he was pulled to the side, because that then meant that Umanu could finish the guy off. And now we only have to be careful because we have only 1 more turn to get the lightning victory, but Umanu is close enough, so Umanu can get the job done. First round remake without Tim, please. Tim didn't do anything. Tim didn't do anything in the first round. He was just there for window dressing. You really don't need Tim. I'm curious for Air 2, couldn't figure that one out. I can show you in just a second. Do we need to go back to encounter number 1? But I'm pretty certain that I didn't even use Tim at all. So let's very quickly go back to encounter number 1. Jesus, why is there so much scrolling? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Look at Tim. He's doing nothing. So we're using Bullmon. Boom. And then Bullmon is eating the other guy. So Tim is not doing anything. He's just standing there. And then we're getting closer with Tim, but he's not doing anything. It's all Gix and Bullmon. We could play this with 2 units. Tim is really just there for, like, I don't know, spoils of the hunt. So now let's go. Hello? You working? Okay, so I don't know what's happening. So we need to play common encounter number 3. Okay. This time we can play whoever we want. I thought you got someone with Tim. No worries. So whenever we can play someone we want to get some summons going. So that's why Tim is not in the team, but rather Grandma Bones and Gix. So we want to get Grandma Bones in position, and then we attack with kicks, because now we get summons. That's good for us, because the skeleton is completely surrounded. He can attack in every direction. He might be happy about that. Who knows? And then Taro is the big problem, so we try and get rid of Taro, but we can't. And that's okay, because he cannot really do anything. He's now fully surrounded, and we still have Giggs. So Giggs can poison him, and then after the poison we can move in with Nimrul, and that normally gets the job done. Even if you, I don't know, even if your Grandma Bones is not there or something. So pretty easy, all things considered, once things are going your way. That takes us to uncommon encounter number 1, where we have to play warriors that are not mounted. And that is a very big challenge, because you have to scroll over your unit selection for roughly 10 minutes until you find 3 warriors that are not mounted. I'm not joking. This took me forever. Finally, I found these 3 guys. Why am I playing these 3 guys? Well, number 1, Bullmon can kinda heal himself. He can increase his health thanks to his passive and active. Mostly his passive though. And that means that even if he takes damage, he's gonna have more health at the end than he had at the start, which means we didn't take any damage in terms of how the game is concerned about it. Then we have Corrin. Corrin is an elemental. Wherever he moves, he's placing ice, baby. And that means that at the start of the next turn, he's healing up to 25% of his own health, which is ridiculous, by the way. This is a lot. So he can heal himself. And then finally we have Oaken Shrub, and Oaken Shrub can also heal himself because that's just his passive effect. So that's the main reason why we're playing these 3 guys. With that in mind, we're starting strong with Corrin. Great unit. The effect is taking out 2 enemies. Kinda lucky, to be honest, but better be lucky than good. Then we're moving with Bullmon. I don't remember. Yes, here, okay. And we get rid of the Gunner. Gunner is always the most dangerous guy. And then Oaken Shrub, we can hide here in the shrub. That's why he's called Oaken Shrub. Because now he's not taking a whole lot of damage. And then we can just eat someone. Bullmon can eat another guy. And then we eat the guy that is in the shrub, please. Please, please, please. Eat the guy that is in the shrub. And then after that, we can just get rid of the last guy with the active of Oaken Shrub and or an effect of Corrin. And that takes us there. And we get the perfect victory with absolute ease. Hello, everyone. Hey, the following. Victoria's not mounted. Wingtip, you didn't look well. Now, I'm only looking at good units. That's the main problem. I'm having like a blind eye to all the units that are bad. So I only look at the good units. Alright, uncommon encounter number 2. Bullmon going in. Then, Queen Akeshru, making sure that this guy cannot shoot us because he's now standing next to a shade. Then we make that even harder for the enemies with a timely placed tree, and we get rid of the guy in the middle. So now the enemies are going for the gold bags, which is great for us. And now we're only fighting 4 enemies with 4 units. So that's a very even fight, and we have 2 more turns to get the perfect victory. There's one minor problem. We cannot eat anybody with Bullmon this turn. And I think I didn't forget about it. I'm proud of myself, to be honest. But we can place all of our units next to the tree. So even if they take some damage, they would heal up. And as you can see, that works like an absolute charm. So now for the last enemy, we can eat with Bullmon's passive and finally get that job done. In case you're wondering, Bullmon's passive will always eat enemy summons before he starts snacking on your own summons. Somebody asked that on the official Discord. This is not like just you having a gigantic streak of luck. This is how this effect works. He will never eat your own when he can avoid it. Alright, so this time we have to play whoever we want. No, blue units. Okay, we have to play blue units. So again, we're going with Corrin because he can heal himself. He's a tanky warrior, very tanky by the way. So that is good for Katsume. So now we can start with Corrin going in. And even though he gets hit, it's not a big deal. Then we can use the active. That immediately gets rid of a couple of enemies. Again, this adventure could have been a Corrin adventure as far as I'm concerned. And then we're just like thinking about what to do with our other units. So, Bullmon eats one. He can now only attack this guy, so why not attack him? Then Giggs can attack these guys at the top, so we move him in position, but we don't attack yet because we don't want to hit Penda. So Penda moves out, takes care of this guy. If he didn't take care of the guy, we still have Tim. And then we go with Giggs. Now, Tim or any ranged attacker will do here. You can also play Aradel if you think that's an idea. The important move here was moving Tim on the bridge, because then the Spirit Samurai couldn't connect with him. That's also important. Then at the end, Corrin healed himself, Bullmon ate some more, and that basically meant that we didn't take any damage in terms of what the game is considering taking damage. Basically all of our units had more health than they started the run with. Why so early today? It's a weird day. It's the start of the school holidays for my kids, so it's all very confusing. So I'm home with my kids, but they are out at some friends at the moment, so we can finally get the stream in. And in the evening I want to do other stuff, maybe do my live streams for my work. Hello, hey Ivandi. So all of that takes us to the rare encounters, where apparently 1 or 2 of them is kind of hard, but we're also going to fight through them without any problems. Rare encounter number 1. On the first attempt, we had to play hulking units. We after lots and lots of thinking, who is hulking? I knew that Yasmin was hulking because that's very relevant for guild raid. And then I thought of, okay, who else? And I came up with Boulder, just because he can heal himself. And together with Yasmin, you have like enough of a way to get your units back to full health, or like nurse them back to health. Also, Yasmin turns Boulder into a powerhouse. So, Bullmon goes to town, eats up 2 guys. Yasmin goes to town, crit hit, boom, in the face. And then after that, Boulder together with High Ground can easily take out the last guy. So now Yasmin should heal this guy, and then we can also use the active. And like that means that Bullmon ate like 3 enemies or 4 enemies, I don't know who's counting. And that means that he very easily is back to starting health, and that means we get the perfect victory. So that's how we did rare encounter number 1. Rare encounter number 2, we have to play ranged units. This is a bit trickier. As you can see, the first time around I tried it with Giggs and Queen Akeshru, who happen to be 2 of the best range units in the game. That didn't quite work out because you only have 2 turns to get the lightning victory. So that's where my Vera comes in. So we're getting rid of the skeletons with Bullmon because the skeletons are a bit more tanky, and my Vera has a harder time getting rid of those guys. So after we got rid of the skeletons, we put my Vera here, and then you're basically hoping for 3 crit hits. But even without crit hits, she's gonna get rid of the gunners, and then there's only 1 enemy remaining. And I mean, oh, actually there's another gunner hiding in the bushes. I didn't even see this guy. But not much of a problem. If you get like 2 or 3 summons, you're gonna be in the clear, and that gets you the lightning victory with a perfect score. I know I make it look so easy, but I needed several attempts. Not in rare encounter 3 though, because we have to play blue units, and blue units rock. They absolutely rock in this game. Again, another encounter where you can very easily see that this was made for Corrin. So we're starting with Giggs, hope for a summon, so the gunners have something to do. Then we go with Corrin. Actually no, we're going with Bullmon first. Yeah, so Bullmon can get out of the corner, and then we're going with Corrin. Obviously you have to get a little bit lucky with the effect of Corrin. What else is new? And then we want to get rid of the gunners, because they are the biggest problem. The other guys have to wait in line if they want to deal some damage to us. Not so much. The same cannot be said about the gunners. So then we can move in with Corrin because he's Corrin because he's flying, and then we can move in with Bullmon and he can eat someone. I mean, that's a combo if I've ever seen one. Then Giggs moves out of the shrub, so he's farther away from the gunner. And then we can just eat yet another guy. We healed up with Corrin once again. Always try and move Corrin, because then he heals himself. And then with relative ease, this is a perfect victory without any troubles as far as I'm concerned. Hey Ripley, how are you doing? That takes us to rare encounter number 4, where we have to play non-flying units. So no wingtip and no Tanamu. Nobody cares about the other flying unit. Actually, Corrin is a pretty good flying unit. This time, we're playing first Bullmon, and then we're placing Naevis in the middle, because that gives us the option to connect with all of the other ranged attackers that we have. So I thought that this is a pretty good move here. We can use the active of Queen Akeshru to get rid of one guy and also get like severely damage the other guy. We could have attacked him first, because then there was a higher chance that even if he doesn't go down, we could have gotten a shade from Queen Akeshru's active, but we're just attacking the other guy. Okay, enemies can only connect with the tree or with some of our units, but that's pretty much okay. And then we can start moving in with Bullmon, and he's going to munch again. Here the tree is a bit in the way, to be honest. Would have been even nicer if we could have gotten Naevis in this position. She could have just like taken out 3 enemies at a time. But no big deal. We're moving in with Nixie because we want to create more of the flowers. And now the only problem is, how do we heal our units in time? But as you can see, it's not much of a problem. We're moving back with Nixie. That means that she can now heal someone if we have to. We could also move back with Naevis here. I think that's what I end up doing. Yes. And then we have all of our units at full health again, and we still have a Bullmon. I mean, Bullmon is like a Hulk, basically. So we have a lot of distance between us and the enemies, and there's summons on the board, there's Bullmon, everybody's healed. Like, we really were in control in this encounter. There was like next to nothing that the enemies could do. That takes us to rare encounter number 5, where we cannot play Nixie because we're not allowed to play any ranged units, any healing units. But fret not, because we still have a lot of other good units. So I'm again playing Corrin. I'm such a big fan of the unit. This time we're using the effect to basically slow all of the opposition at the bottom. They cannot run over the slippery or spiky ice. Then we're creating some summons, so the enemies cannot, they deal with the summons instead of us. Then we create some more summons, and then we place Kyle's favorite unit, our quarterback, in the back of the field. And then we just go to town. As you can see, we have like a mass, an absolute assortment of summons on the board. We even add another one for good measure. Then we can take out this guy with an attack of Corrin together with Bullmon. I think it would have been better to attack this guy with Bullmon and then the other guy with Corrin. Doesn't really matter, because then Silverwood just clears the house and we are done with all of the rare encounters and got like perfect scores absolutely everywhere. That takes us to the epic encounters, where we can only play warriors. Now, the first time I tried this with Corrin, because I love Corrin. This is Corrin's adventure. I'm going to stick with that. Didn't really work out because he takes 2 hits after the first turn, and even though he's healing a lot back, he cannot heal all of the damage back. So instead we're playing Wingtip, because apparently he's a unit. We're trying to get rid of some enemies that work like well enough, and then Sir Matt gives us a bit of a summon presence, and all of the enemies now have to line up. It's pretty good for us. Here, don't make the mistake of moving Bullmon 2 fields, because he's gonna eat one of your own guys, but you can still get rid of some of these guys. And here I'm now thinking, what happens if I place Wingtip here? Is the enemy gonna go on the landmine and get destroyed? But he's got more than 660 health, together with the armor, and so I'm not going for that. But at the end, it's not like much of a problem. This time we can eat the summon, then we can hit, and then we still have the attack of Sir Matt. If Sir Matt gets hit for whatever reason, first attack with Sir Matt when he's standing next to the summon, that counts as a movement, and then he will heal himself after the attack. So that could also give you the perfect score if that didn't work out. Alright, epic encounter number 2. You have to play blue units, so it's one of the easy ones, because we all know that blue units are some of the best units in the game. Nothing new here. You guys know this. So, after some consideration, how we're going to play this, we're going to play Corrin again, because Corrin rocks. I'm going to stick with that. And then we also have Penda, and that's pretty good for us. As you can see here, Corrin is just like creating some ice. Not like the best Corrin effect I've ever seen, but like, I mean, it happens. You cannot always just shoot like bullseyes, bullseyes, bullseyes. And then after we weaken the enemy on the left side, we're going with the absolute max number of summons here. So we're better be lucky than good. But I think even if one of our guys, even if we didn't get that many summons, we would have been fine here. Okay, so that's the opening. Then we're moving Corrin out to make room for Bullmon. So Corrin goes to the side. Bullmon can now move in, eventually. Yeah, so these guys we're trying to take down. Didn't really work so well, but that's okay. And then we're going to get rid of this guy and rid of this guy. Or the gunner? Yeah, the gunner. We leave the gunner alive, but it's not much of a problem. It's only a temporary problem. A second later, the gunner is also dead. Although, yeah, he was undead, so that checks out. He's now dead. Properly dead. Properly dead gunner. Alright. Epic encounter number 3. I know this level very well because I have to play it all the time for some legendary item or something that I have to farm for a bunch of units. I don't even know who. Anyway, we're playing Giggs and Queen Akeshu and Grandma Bones. And that just means we're going to get some summons, we're going to get some board presence, we're going to be in total control. There's really not much that the enemies can do here. Here an argument could be made that it would be better to plant a tree, to be honest. But I just wanted to get rid of the skeleton on the side. So let's do this attack. And then as you can see, the enemies... Shun is immediately going for his effect, which is kind of surprising. Shun, one of the worst units in the entire game to go up against Bullmon. Because after you use the mighty effect of Shun, you can just like get rid of him with the active of Bullmon. So not much of a challenge. Then we can create more summons, put some board presence online. Then we can attack with Nixie on this last enemy. Or we can also heal Nixie. I'm not even sure what we're doing here. I think we're placing a tree. Yeah. I'm healing and then I'm damage dealing with a tree. So now the guy can only shoot a couple of guys, but no longer with high ground. So that's pretty good for us. Yeah, now we are in a perfect situation to just get the lightning victory without any problems. We didn't even have to heal Grandma Bones again because she was already at full health. So not much of a challenge. Alright, and that's it for all of the common, uncommon, rare and epic encounters, which takes us to the now. And the now, as I said before, is the legendary encounter. So let's just wait for the music to come back. Okay, so this is legendary encounter 1. Woohoo! Yeah, we're running through this one. Okay, so we can only play warriors, but that's the only condition. And I have a bunch of strong warriors, so this should not be that hard, but let's see. So we can play, let's just bring the warriors in, let's see. So we got a Bullmon, obviously. We could play Bassi, but we cannot heal him, so let's not do that. We can play Yasmin. We cannot heal her, but she can heal other guys, so that's good. Then obviously we have Samat. And then we have a very, very, very strong Corrin. Diamond rank 3 Corrin, one of the tankiest units in the game. Look at that, 4,400 health, 2,896 armor. Ridiculous. And then we have to play a fifth unit. I mean, we don't have to, but we could. So the obvious options here are 1 Accio. And 2, let's not forget about our boy, Silverroot. Silverroot is also relatively good here. Because even though he's not like a diamond rank unit in my case, he's just bronze rank. He's gonna be like hanging around for long enough to then eventually use his active and give us the lightning victory. So that's not to be underestimated. We have to be a bit careful because the enemy is playing a lot of skeletons and an Accio. As you know, the AI is not like all that intelligent. It's not super artificial intelligence. So that means that he's going to use the active as soon as he has 3 units next to him. Okay, that's how the AI works when it comes to Accio. As soon as he's got 3 or more summons next to him, he's going to use the active. Which in other, like if to put this in more blunt terms, he's going to use the active on turn number 1. Okay, that's what happens. That's what's going to happen. All right. Who do we want to buff? I think it would make the most sense to buff either Samat or Accio. We definitely don't have to buff Corrin, and I think that's it. So Corrin is strong enough to just outright kill somebody. Wow, what a machine. We are using the effect though. Oof, that was close. The effect has the advantage that the skeletons cannot run all the way. So let's get rid of these guys. And then let's put some summons on the board. Before we do that... Oh no, we don't want to get rid of this guy. We don't want to get rid of this guy. Still don't want to get rid of this guy. So let's put some summons on the board. Alright, and I think that's kind of it for the first turn. Here we should be safe with Accio. And I believe we're also safe with Yasmin. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, here's the effect. Okay, yeah, not much of a problem. So all of our units are healed. And I think everybody's at full health. Yeah. So if we can just clear the entire enemies in this turn, we win. So this should be pretty easy. The only problem is Accio. He's a bit stronger. But we can pull him in. So let's do that. We can use the effect of our Accio. I'm not sure that's the best idea. So let's not do that. Let's give him an opening so he can move to our summon and attack it. And the next turn we're just going to kill him. Oh yeah, okay, that didn't work as well as I wanted to. Do we still have the lightning victory? Yeah, okay, we still have infinite turns. So let's just do that. Heal Bullmon, and then pull Accio, and then hit him one more time, and then hit... Yeah, okay, we're good. And that's it. That's how you do it. But granted, this is relatively easy if you have an entire bunch of Diamond Rank 3 units, as are all the legendary encounters. That's why I used Silverroot instead of Accio. Yeah, I believe that Silverroot is the better choice here, to be honest. Accio didn't really do anything. Yeah, but yay, woo. Yeah. Yeah. First try, exactly. Alright, so that's it for the adventure. As you can see, the final chest, some more laurels, some more shards for Bullmon. I don't even know how strong my Bullmon is. I think he's at 5 purple stars, if I had to guess. Yeah. So, yeah, long way to go if I wanted to get him to white star, legendary white star. But yeah, of course Silverroot is the better choice. Yes, of course. Hey Kyle. Too bad my Corrin is rare. Yeah, Corrin is one of those weird units. For a long time, Corrin was one of the best units in Guild Raid, together with Penda, and Corrin is now no longer relevant at all. Because everywhere you could play Corrin, where you played him to turn all the fire tiles from from a fire dragon into ice tiles, and then you could have Penda attack for a lot of damage. Everywhere that Corrin used to be a great choice, one of the greatest choices, he's just been sorted out because Aradel is just better. Because of the buff to Aradel, the effect at level 50 just has a 100% chance to add ice everywhere, and that means you just get more ice. So instead of Corrin, you just always play Aradel. I wish there was a map where Aradel's effect wouldn't be that good, but I honestly can't come up with a level design to accomplish that. Anyway, so Corrin unfortunately no longer a unit that you need. So if you haven't already put in the work to level Corrin, it's going to be a bit harder. But even if you don't have him, I think this is reasonable, this legendary encounter. Obviously we had yet another turn after the turn that we finished it. And also the enemy Accio is just going to do like stupid stuff. He's just always going to pull the effect on turn 1, even though he cannot connect. He can connect with one unit, which was our Corrin. So should be fine. Using Wingtip, for example, you would be able to go back again and the skeletons would not be able to attack you. You just want to get rid of all of the Spirit Samurais on turn 1 if you can. Alright. You win too many summoning tokens. Yeah. But I get nothing. Well, I mean, that's a different problem. You don't complain to me about that. Alright, so that's it for the adventure stream. As you can see, very efficient, very strong. But we still have Onslaught. And we're going into Bramble Vast Thicket. Sure. So we're going Mastering Onslaught. And then... Nope. And then Bramble Vast Thicket. Actually, I always put that in the other one. Yeah, here we go. Let's just move that Bullmon a little bit down. Yeah, here we go. And this would be encounter 1. And units lost so far is 0. And I did write 1. I don't know why I'm so confused. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I played this already. But I didn't finish it because I had to play one Onslaught run for the last festival. Victoria's festival. I just tried to suicide. It's very hard when you have a lot of good units. Do you have any units left to unlock? So far 0. What? Okay, let's just quickly look over who we wanted to give a summon, a badge. Oh, Bassi would be an option. Umanu has a festival coming up, so Umanu is not an option. Ranaklu I could ascend if you find another orb somewhere. Penta, I'm done. Woo! This is fine. I keep forgetting this, by the way. Someone in the chat post who I wanted to ascend, because I keep forgetting. Okay. For gigs, I needed something, but I found it. Oh, Sir Matt would be an option. Sure. I mean, until I find the orbs and the shards. Okay, so in 6 months I might be able to get Sir Matt to White Star. That's good to know. Can make some plans. Oh, Aradel would be an option. Yeah. Okay. Aradel, I guess it is. She having... No, she doesn't have a festival coming up. Yeah. I think that's it. We're really running out of options here. Yeah. Silverroot. Okay. One day Silverroot is also going to get a badge. So we have Aradel and then... Ooh! Freneric. It's not that good. No. Okay, I think that's it. So Aradel it is. No great. I'm missing 5 heroes, I get nothing. Glad I didn't miss it. You didn't miss Onslaught, but you did miss the adventure breakdown. Why does your Bassi have 2 weapon slots? You didn't see that right. My Bassi has 3 weapon slots. I don't know. Every time I ascended Bassi, one of the weapons moved into the wrong place, and I just kept them there. Because obviously. I mean, crit damage is something. 2,565 crit damage. How much is Snazbang doing? 1.5 and 1.6. Okay, so Snazbang is still stronger than Bassi. That's a shame. It's a shame. Alright, anyway.
Haustür hat einen Besucher.
So, we are going up against some gunners, some skeleton warriors, some spirit samurais, and that keeps always the same. Always 3 skeletons, 1 gunner, 2 spirit samurais. That's actually, if you have to have all of the enemies, and you have to have 1, 2, and 3, then this is the best configuration. Because skeletons are the easiest to beat, because the mages are doing more damage against them. Spirit samurais are pretty tough, but they don't have ranged. And the gunners are the most annoying because they have range. Obviously, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that we all hate gunners. So this is like very forthcoming. This is very nice. This is very player friendly. Okay, so we want to play Yasmin somewhere in the middle so she can buff. This is actually a pretty good team that I have here, I believe. And we always have... Oh, I would love to be able to play Bullmon, because there's so many summons. But I think even without Bullmon we should be fine here. I mean, look at all of these thorns. Yeah, if we place a tree in the middle, the enemies can hardly pass through the middle. And then we can also clear out one of the sides. I think this is fine. So let's just see where the gunners are spawning. Okay. Let's not move any closer and just place a tree there. That already gives us a bit of a barrier between us and the enemies. Nobody can hit us. Oh, look at my Aradel, she's pretty strong. So let's move to this side. And let's not... Okay, that's good. Oh, nice. You're walking to the side. Why would you do that? Can we get rid of this guy? No. Huh. Okay. So we want to have a second tree, eventually. If we go for the effect of Dorga here, we're only going to get 1 summon. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot. Do we want to just hide in the back? This is fine. Oh, he's going to spawn behind the enemy. This would be great if he spawned in front of the enemy, but that doesn't happen, unfortunately. Can get rid of the guy at the front. Question is the gunner gonna shoot Nixie? Or is the gunner going to shoot... Actually, I think he has to shoot Nixie. He has to shoot the summon. Because if he runs here, here, he's always next to the summon. And if he runs here, which is the only spot he can reach without being next to the summon, he would be next to the tree. So in either way, he cannot shoot Nixie. So I think Nixie is pretty safe here, relatively safe. So let's hope that I'm right. We can also just get rid of both of these guys potentially and get some summons going. That's good. Let's protect Aradel. It's more important to get the buff of Yasmin than to attack the enemy here. And the gunner is very likely going to retreat and then from the high ground shoot at one of the shades. So that means that we can attack here with Dorga. Yeah, and we're fine, as you can see. Yeah, so now we can get a shade at the top. So now the enemies cannot run anymore. There's also shades in the middle. So we're pretty safe, all things considered. We now only want to block the rest of the path. The only question is how do we do it, because I'm not 100% sure. So we could shoot the skeleton from here, but if we do, then we can get shot back by the gunners. I'm not a big fan, so let's just wait a little bit with Aradel. Do we want to plant a second tree in the middle? I mean, sure, why not? So let's get a second tree going. Like this. And then Dorga we want to move to the back. I think that's the turn. Okay. And now we're in a pretty good position here. So we can get rid of this guy with high ground. We can just do regular attack. Actually, I think it makes more sense to have the shades on the high ground. Nixie can take care of the skeleton. Yeah, we can move a bit to the front. And then just get another summon eventually. Okay, the gunners at the top are a bit of a problem. But if we can get rid of the gunner, maybe with Nixie, we can then get a shade in the healing pad. So that should be pretty good for us. And then we can move back. And I think we need to move further back with Dorga. So the summons can evolve before they run into the thorns. Actually, they still run into the thorns because they're kind of idiotic, to be honest, but okay. So we can now get rid of this skeleton. Then we can... Oh man, if we had the active again of Queen Akesho, that would be pretty good. But I think we're still fine. Just gonna stay with the patented let's move on the healing pad strategy. And then we can move to the right side with Dorga, because then there's a higher chance that... Oh, we can even hit somebody here. I'm gonna regret this, but that's okay. Okay, I didn't regret it. Okay. So, there's a couple of turns that have passed. And we're doing 500 to 700 per turn. So, we are in turn... Let's see if we can figure that out. So this was wave 1, which started at the very beginning. So that's 3 turns, 4, 5 turns, 6, 7 turns. So we should be 7 turns in. 7 times 500 is 3,500. Does anybody have more than 3,500? No, apparently not. So I think there's a relatively good chance that Aradel is just going to clean house. I mean, if that doesn't happen, we got a problem. So let's just place a summon. And let's just see what happens. Oh, I mean, close enough. We got 2 gunners that are almost dead. Let's make sure this guy is dead. And now we're in a really good spot. Also, Aradel can block. So this is not the end of the world. Even if she gets shot, she normally doesn't die immediately because she can just block it. And then we get another summon. And I think we're now in a really good spot to bring this home. Yeah, here we go. Bramble West Thicket is a very odd name. I think almost all of the last couple of legendary encounters are very odd names, to be honest. No offense and all. Okay, so we could connect with this enemy, but in order to connect, we have to move into the thorns, which is not. I'm not a fan of this idea. So let's do some retreat instead, and just build up more of our Dorga army. Yeah. And just stay here. Oh, they get rid of the Frog Warrior as if it's nothing. That's okay. No, Nixie. Unfortunately not. Yeah, you're not grown up yet. You cannot move to the front. Yeah, shoot the tree. Good job. And once again, Queen Akesho is the absolute MVP here. Huh. Oh, I hope I'm not going to regret this. Come on, Nixie. You don't want to die on me, right? Nah, not worth it. Who died? Oh, Frog, okay. Oof. For a second. For a second I was afraid. Ah, the active of Queen Akesho. We need it. So much. Let's get rid of this guy. And then let's just move to the side. And Dorga, we move a little bit in. Ah, we get rid of the tree. They have breached the tree barrier. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Let's try and get rid of this guy. Wow, are they breaching us? Really? We wanna go down. Let's finally go for the effect of Dorga. Nice. Let's get rid of this guy. And let's block the path with Yasmin. Okay, let's hope this works. No, not Nixie. Ah, we lost Queen Akesho. That was a lot of investment that we had in that unit. She was buffed like 17 million times. So we can bring in Akio. Meh. No, my tokens. Yeah, sorry. I think this is Akio. Why is nobody dying? Okay. Ardell needs to retreat some more. Dorga needs to retreat some more. There's a bit of a problem here. Now we can get rid of this guy. That makes sense. And maybe we're lucky and we get attacked once or twice with Accio. We could use the active here and get rid of potentially one more enemy. Oh. Nah. Let's not do that. Okay. Accio! I wanted to use your passive. Why are you healing yourself? Or why is the tree healing yourself? Okay, let's try and get rid of these last few guys. Gunner is the biggest problem. Okay, biggest problem is solved. You are no longer a problem. And can we get with Yasmin here? Yeah. Okay, nice. And win. Woohoo! Okay, nice. Pretty good run. Pretty good run. Took me a while. So we even looted some gold. Woohoo! So let's pick Aradel and let's hope that we get something here. No, an orb! Woohoo! It's an orb. That's great because it means that very soon, I think I'm not there yet. Yeah, 30 more shards for Queen Akeshru. Then we can get Queen Akeshru to White Star, which is good, much appreciated. All right, let's do quick drawing. So who is in? Didn't write anybody down yet. So I know that Monster Mash, Aren's active should clear the board if that wasn't used. That is true. Yes, it was used. It was used. It was also doing like great effect, to be honest. That orb was teasing. It was, yes. Ranaklu, yeah, I could get him to the next level, but I want to get Queen Akeshru first because she's more relevant than Ranaklu in guild raid. She's attacking more. Ranaklu, you need the effect, whereas with Queen Akeshru, you're actually attacking. So who am I missing? Ivandi is here. Griff is here. Who am I missing? Axis is here. Is that it? Ripley's here. Sorry, I'm scrolling up, okay? I'm scrolling up. If you're posting something right now, I don't see it, but I will scroll down again. Casey check is here. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all the way that my chat can scroll up. If Kyle wins, we get all your tokens. I don't know. That is like entirely up to Kyle. Kyle did that once. I don't even know. I think it was some special occasion, but I don't remember. If Kyle says we just respin that, then we just respin, and then one guy got some summoning tokens. I don't want to put pressure on Kyle. Okay, maybe we're all lucky enough that we can do these streams in the. Yeah, we can do these streams. It's more like a group effort here. Let's be real. So I appreciate him if he allows us to do that. But it's not a guarantee that everybody gets summoning tokens if Kyle gets picked. All right, who am I missing? Anybody else? I think there's somebody else in the chat because I have 11 names here and my stream dashboard says there's 12 people. If it's me, we will spin twice and have 2 winners. Okay, well, great. Here. This is the applause for Kyle. That's also pretty cool. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Let me. I cannot see a list of people in the chat. I'm sorry. So if there's anybody else, you have to say something in the chat. Otherwise, I will not see if you're here. So if you want to be on the magic, where's the wheel? Where's the wheel? Wait. Where's my wheel? Spin wheel of names. Everybody knows that Monster Mash loves the wheel. So, so let's go with the wheel. Alright. How is this a premium function? Who pays for that? Alright, I think that's it. No. Sorry, Monster Mash. We might eventually get rid of the wheel. Eventually. Alright, so let's see who's gonna win this one. I'm looking for a button. It's this one. That's this one, yeah, I got it. No, yeah. Woo! It's Ripley! Congratulations! Okay, so this time I don't need to copy paste and all of that good stuff because Kyle is apparently here. That's great for us. So Ripley is the first winner of today. Congratulations. That would mean 9 summoning tokens for Ripley because I lost 1 unit. Okay, so that means we're soon going to go to encounter number 2. I'm going to delete Ripley from the wheel. And we're going to be doing the prize drawing after the encounter. So, let's go back. Yeah, I pressed this button. I pressed it twice. I pressed it 3 times. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That kind of explains it. Whew. Okay, so we are going into encounter number 2. Oh yes, good news or good information by Kyle. The winners still need to send a direct message to Kyle on Discord, please. So Ripley, please do that. Don't forget about that, please. Sorry, I didn't want to sound like this is all gonna happen automatically because it's not. Okay, I think we're still good. We're still good. All right, so let's play another round of Onslaught. This time it's it's at the very beginning. It's even. Then it's 1 gunner, 3 skeletons. But plot twist. It's round number 2. Oof. So in round number 2 we have more enemies. Then in round number 3 we have more enemies. Round number 4 more enemies. And then round number 5 more enemies. So this is gonna be 5 very intensive rounds. So we want to go like really hard at the enemies. We cannot be like, oh yeah, let's get control, let's plant a tree here, let's stall a little bit here, like just like we played the first round. We probably cannot do the same thing here, or at least not exactly the same. So we have to be a bit more selective with the effects. We might have to be, who knows, let's see. Okay, so I believe that it would make sense to bring in Bullmon, quite honestly. I think that Bullmon makes more sense than Nixie here. Although the tree might really be amazing. Also, we could just not play Yasmin, quite honestly. But if we don't play Yasmin, we don't get the buffs. And we need the buffs. Okay. So Ardell we have to play. And I think it makes more sense to have Dorga on the other side. Can we somehow unselect this unit and move it to the other side? How is that done? Where's Dorga? Here's Dorga. Okay. Weird UI. At least is what I'm claiming. So somebody might disagree. I'm pretty confident this is the right starting 5. So let's see. Okay, I'm already missing my tree. Took me 2 seconds to miss my tree. Okay, so let's see. They can go 1, 2, 3 spots. We are pretty safe in the corner. That's good. So let's stay in the corner then. Unfortunately, we cannot just select who we're going to buff, but there's a decent enough chance that we're buffing the right units. Bullmon can take some damage, but he doesn't have to take any damage. So we also want to go with the active of Dorga like as soon as possible here. So this would be an option. This is fine. Could have been better. He could have gotten rid of the guy in the shrub, in the thorns. It is what it is. Let's get rid of this guy, and then let's crit hit. We were looking for a crit hit here. We want to get rid of the gunner, I believe. I mean, in a perfect world, we would be sitting in the back, chilling in the shrub. That's second best option. Okay, Dorga is dead. Wow. Okay, this is a job for gigs, obviously. So we lost 1 unit very early on. Dorga got us not a whole lot of summons, to be honest. So we want to place the Giggs bomb in the middle. That means we want to move to the side. Oof. I mean, even Yasmin, who is one of the tankiest units in the game, is probably not going to survive that onslaught of units. So let's give Yasmin a bit of a friend. I'm looking for a friend for Yasmin. So this is her friend now. Let's get rid of this gunner. If we can. Ah, so close. Almost a crit hit. Okay, the skeleton is gonna be busy. We want to get rid of... The problem is choice. I think we're gonna get rid of the gunner in the middle. Or this one. I mean, doesn't really matter. But this guy is like more likely to just shoot the shade and not run away. Or do we want to get rid of the enemy that is closest? I don't know. Let's get rid of the skeleton. I mean, that's a guaranteed kill. Who died? Nobody died. I could not have told you that. If you had asked me, if it had like stopped time right now, I would have been like, I don't know. I don't know who died. Okay, so we didn't lose a unit. Thank you, I'm sorry, monster. Hey, Borsalino, hello, hello. Alright, so this is wave number 4 already, and next turn is the last wave. So again, very intensive round, but short round, so kind of fair. Let's think about this. 4 turns have passed, so that means that the active is doing 2,000 at least. Let's say the average is like 600 roughly. It's a bit more, but let's be pessimistic because I'm German. So 600 times 4 is 2,400 damage that we would be doing. I think we cannot rely on that to safely get rid of units. So let's just do that instead. Yep. We definitely want to get rid of this, of one of the gunners. Yeah, let's get rid of the gunner here. And then let's place another shade so the enemies cannot run through. And we can even get rid of this guy. This is relatively good. Relatively good. Yeah, come on, not Yasmin, no! Okay, we lost Yasmin and Ardell, so we lost 3 units. That's a shame. Okay, so we can now play Sir Matt. Pretty good. And Corin, but he cannot connect with anybody. Oh man, I should have used the active of Ardell last turn. Just for the fact that she's in darkness, and that could have helped a lot. A lot. I guess this needs to be Corin, quite honestly. We just need somebody that can tank. Okay, so Bullmon needs to move to the front lines. Eat a skeleton. And maybe a gunner. And then Gix, we want to move away from the enemies. So this is a good spot. And then place some darkness at the top so they cannot run through. That's good for us. So if we now move 3 spots forward with Corin, we're going to turn the darkness into ice. And the enemies can... I mean, they cannot run through. But they can get closer to Corin. I think this is okay, because he also gains attack. This is his effect, if you didn't know. And we're okay with Sir Matt tanking like 1 hit. Bullmon is much. Stupid crit hits. Everything would have been fine. But no, they had to get lucky with a crit hit. They had to get lucky with a crit hit. I hate gunners. Everybody hates gunners. Correction. Okay, so now we need to... Corin is still doing okay. Let's eat some guy. Yeah, this really hurts, to be honest. We're gonna go for the effect of Corin here. No. Let's go here for the effect. Okay. Didn't do anything, just as always. This is to be expected. Then Akio can move to this side. Nice. And we can get the skeleton, the summons here. And get rid of the gunner. What was that? 1 hit? Okay, everybody's still alive, so that's the good news. Bad news, we could be like alive a lot more. So let's see. Corin can move to the back and get rid of this guy. Akio can move in the middle, subtract some health. Good. Bullmon can eat someone. But before we do that, we want to move somebody else out. We can move to... Can we hit this gunner? Oh, from here. Okay, cool. So let's do that. Nice. Then we can also block this path. And get rid of the gunner again. At this point, the gunners are no longer the biggest problem, to be honest. Okay, and now we're in the clear. I think we got this now. Let's get rid of the skeleton. Sure. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's move with Corin, but only after we attacked. And we got there. We got there. In the end, we got there. Oof. Okay, it's a very, very intensive round. We lost 4 units. But it is what it is. I don't see how we... With the Nixie... I mean, the Nixie tree could have really helped, to be honest. To slow down the Onslaught. Nah, I'm not sure. I think this was still fine. I think Bullmon was a great choice, though. Bullmon did, like, a lot of work. Radaclu would have been pretty good. Would love to see Kyle's face. It's a weird mix of yikes and haha. Yeah, alright. We got there. We got there. Okay, so let's see. We can still get like RL stuff. Nah. No. Wrong sound effect. Okay. So somebody else joined, right? Who joined? Borsalino. Anybody else that joined? Or is that it? I think, according to the chat, that is it. Yeah, if... Oops, sorry. There's not that many buttons on this stream deck, but I still miss all the right ones. So if you don't see your name on this list, post something in the chat. And then we can add you to the list. So you also have a chance at 6 summoning tokens. I mean, I wouldn't complain. I have 6 summoning tokens at the moment, so I could do a 10-time summon if I had 6 more. So, pretty fair. Pretty good. Okay, I give you a few more seconds to post something. What happened? What was that? My equipment is falling apart. Yeah. I mean, you always knew this already. I have a screw loose. Now let's just find which one this was. No. Okay. Huh. Okay, if you don't hear me at some point, just assume that the microphone is not connected anymore. I think I can repair this with my bare fingers. Yeah, this works. Okay. Alright, so I think that's it. We don't have any late arrivals, so let's just do a second round. And I'm looking for the button. Wrong direction. One day I will get it. Is it? I'm so happy for the following. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna do Monster Mash the favor and screenshot this. Jesus Christ. How can the wheel hate you so much? What did you do to that wheel in a past life? I mean, I'm super happy for the following. I'm sorry to Monster Mash. Okay, so we do have the screenshot to prove it. So the following, please. Oh my god, that's so mean, so mean. Okay, so the following has to send a Discord private message to Kyle, please, and let him know that Monster Mash did in fact not win. I mean, it's just 6 summoning tokens, okay? It's just 6 summoning tokens. I mean, Monster Mash is going for the 10 summoning tokens, which we might be able to get in the 3rd run. Who knows? Let's see. We now have another proof it's rigged. I don't know. I think that's just the way it works. I honestly want to know what he did. Like, you're not saying like something is not right here. Yeah, one of the Modern Smash probably has like some stuff in the closet, hiding in the closet, and the person who was affected by this was like, okay, I'm gonna screw with this person for the rest of my life by creating an online Wheel of Luck, where his name is never gonna work. All right, encounter number 3. This time we have to handle a couple of gunners, and then after 2 rounds there's samurais showing up. Okay, then after 2 rounds there's more gunners showing up. So this is not as obvious as before, where we're like, oh yeah, we just have to play this unit and that unit and we're gonna be fine. The gunners are really a bit of a problem. Nixie's tree is definitely something that we want to play here, to make sure that they cannot shoot from any direction they want. We want to have Queen Akeshu to get some summons, and I think Giggs would make a lot of sense. If we can incorporate Giggs in our starting lineup, that would be really good. And not play a Bullmon, for example. Alright, so let's see. So this time, I want to play Dorga in the back, nothing new here. Then we wanted to bring in Nixie. We wanted to have Yasmin to buff. Oh, and if I didn't have to have to play Aradel, I would definitely play Giggs here. We don't have such luck. We can unfortunately not play Giggs as well as all of these other units. An argument could be made that we could play Giggs over Nixie, but I think that the 3 is better than a couple of summons, to be honest. I think this is fine. I think we should be fine. Okay, this is good for us. They are all on one side, so 1 tree is enough. And you can see the danger zone. Suddenly nobody's in danger anymore. So that is literally the power of the Nixie tree. Since there's so many gunners in this level, we can just refresh Nixie for another timely tree. And Dorga wants to get a little bit closer, so she can maybe connect next turn. Queen Akeshu can actually get hit. It's a good thing that I'm so bad with colors, so let's just move to the side. And we are not opposed to Aradel getting buffed. So here I think it makes sense to go for the Dorga summon. Okay, it's pretty good for us. Where can I hit this guy? Oh, from the high ground here. Yeah, sure, why not? And then we could place a second tree. I think that's fine. So Dorga is now a bit more protected. And we can just make this super protection with a shade in a good spot. And we want to buff Nixie, I think. Yeah, now it's samurai time, so we're in a really good spot. No gunners for now. That's like a break for us, basically. Aradel could be able to get rid of this guy. Not quite, but okay. And then we can almost lock the other guy in. We get lucky with a crit hit, so we're good. We can get rid of this. And we're just moving to the back again with Dorga. Yeah, so there's a 3 in 4 chance that we're gonna buff the right unit. Any ranged attacker is the right unit here. Let's see if it was Dorga. It wasn't Dorga, so we're fine. Then we want to plant shade in the front would have been better. That's still okay because we can use Yasmin to just block the way. Then we want to buff somebody with Yasmin. That works. And we do not want to move here with Aradel and hit the guy on the left side, because there's a chance that a gunner... Actually, I think we're safe here. Can a gunner run all the way to that spot? I'm not sure how the movement is being calculated, so let's not risk it. This, however... It's mostly safe, but let's not risk anything. Let's try and get 10 summoning tokens from Monster Mash, potentially. That's the kind of friend I am. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like the right choice. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, Nixie has been buffed a couple of times. She can now kill almost everybody, or anybody. Let's get rid of this guy. Yasmin can actually do some damage here. That is not a problem for us. That's not a risk. Also, we might be able to get a summon. Yeah, he's only got 900. Oh, so the only problem is that the guy that is in the shrub is going to attack Nixie with high ground, and we don't want that. Yeah, but we cannot get rid of him, so that's a bit of a problem. Let's just move to the middle here. Okay, they're running out. Yeah, Nixie. I knew that Nixie was gonna fall. Okay, so we lost one unit, unfortunately. That is Nixie. Enemy gunner with high ground versus Nixie is like almost a foregone conclusion. So here, Gibbo and Gobbo is actually kind of good, because we can use the effect to drag one of these guys into the... Oh, come on! In there. Then we can do this. And we want to get rid of this guy. I mean, that's just more value. Oh, Gibbo and Gobbo survived an attack. I mean, wow. Gibbo and Gobbo needs to run away for their lives. Can we get rid of this guy? Wow, Ardell, you're really something today. Okay, I think here it makes the most sense to just hide. No seeking, just hiding. And then we want to get a high ground shade and attack from here. Yeah, that tanked a couple of attacks. Okay, now it's time to hide again. And I think this is the right time for the Aradel active. Nice. We can attack this guy. There's a new wave after this round. There's a chance I totally miscalculated, and the gunners are now going to go ham on Queen Akeshu. Let's hope that's not the case. I miscalculated. Okay, so we lost another unit. Completely on me. Didn't see that coming, to be honest. Should have seen it coming. So the gunners can move all the way to this spot. Okay, good to know. So let's bring in Akio. Yeah, Akio cannot move because of ice. You play. Congratulations, you played yourself. Okay, so let's try and get rid of somebody. Nope. Let's move to the back. Let's move Akio to the front. Is that safe spot? I think this is safe now, but not next turn. Let's see. Yeah, it's safe now. Okay. Okay, new wave after this turn. There's another wave? Why is there another wave? Why is this never ending? Okay, I guess the mode is called Onslaught, so I guess there's a bit of a subtle hint in the name. We don't really want to do anything here. Yeah, let's just wait for them. It's more Spirit Samurais. Okay, that's pretty good. Akio took a bit of damage, so he can now deal some damage. Some damage. A lot less than I thought. Also, we don't have any good units anymore. Where did all the good units go? Ugh. Okay, Aradel we need to retreat. And Gibbo and Gobbo we also need to retreat. I don't think we can do anything here. Wow. How did they just two-hit kill Yasmin? I don't get it. It's such a cool name, also during Halloween. Yeah. Okay, let's choose Matt. But he can actually connect with somebody. That's pretty good for us. So let's do that. Yeah, let's attack from a distance. Can we? No, we cannot attack this guy from here. Let's do this. Oh, God. Okay, they really hate Akio apparently. Okay, let's just try and subtract as much health as possible. Good, we're getting rid of one of them. There's a lot of gunners. Let's get rid of this guy, attack this guy. I mean, we're not quite getting rid of them yet. Gibbo and Gobbo is just there. Okay, we lost 4 units now. Not good. Not good. Okay, so we can get Grandma Bones. That's at least something. Can we get rid of this guy? We can get rid of the guy in the middle. So if we move you here, we can get a skeleton. And then with 2 attacks and a crit, maybe? Nice. We can get rid of this guy, at least. Gibbon Gobo's not doing anything. Okay, good. Okay, we have 3 attacks on this guy. Nice. Nice. Okay, it's good. Let's hope we get another crit hit. Nice. Now we're lucky. Now the RNG is working for us. And I think this is the last round, so we can actually go in with Dogger. And we got there. Okay, man. Not the best play. Definitely not the best play. Mistakes were made. Plenty of them. At least a couple. We could have definitely played this better. A bit more defensively. That could have resulted in us keeping another unit. Quite honestly, Aradel was not the hit. Her active was quite nice when we used it, but there's other units that would have done a little bit more, in my personal opinion. Kicks, for example. If we had like a Kicks early on and we can get some summons going off the ground, then Dogger can stay in the back and we could just like get the Dogger party going. Eventually we're just overwhelming the enemies with rocks and we're never going to be in trouble. Also, we did get unlucky at times. I mean, Nixie was one-shot with a crit hit from high ground. That wasn't always meant to happen. And Queen Akeshu was also one-shot. Oh, Queen Akeshu was my mistake because I moved her into the Thorns. That was totally on me. Yasmin was surprisingly like going down fast. I didn't expect that, to be honest. So, I mean, again, mistakes were made. Definitely my bad. So, let's see. I'm hoping for something for Ardell. And we get an orb. An orb. Yay! It's an orb. So now we're up on 10 orbs? 12 orbs. Oh my god, I can't count. It's pretty good. So with the season orbs for Arena, I'm going to be up on 14. And then I just need 2 more somewhere. And I can get both Akeshru and Ranaklu to White Star. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. What dragons are we playing this season? We're playing... No, not this one. Oh, we're playing the Legendary Dark Dragon. That's actually a dragon where Ranaklu is relevant. So I could actually make a case to ascend Ranaklu already. Fire Dragon, Ice Dragon. Yeah. This might be the worst season for Queen Akeshru out of all the seasons. Although you can play Queen Akeshru against the Fire Dragon if you want. If you don't like Penda. Alright. I think that's it for today's stream. We could play some more Arena, but let's be real, nobody is interested in watching that. We do, however, have to do one more prize drawing. Almost forgot about it. We have one more chance to make Monster Mash's life completely miserable. At this point, I really feel for you, my friend. Alright, do we have anybody that is not on this list, but in the chat? Who won last round? The following, right? Is that correct? I'm so sorry. Who won the last round? Because if so, I would have to take the name of the... Actually, I did take the... Oh, Ripley won one round and the following won the other one. Yeah, okay, I got it. Cool. Alright, anybody missing? If you do not see your name on this list, speak now or forever hold your peace, please. Okay, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, that's it. Okay, thank you for confirmation. So we got 10 people on the list. Good luck to everybody on the list. Don't get me wrong, I don't have any favorites here. Where do I have to throw? Okay. From here? My god, such an odd movement. Okay, from here to there. Okay, Force. Congratulations to Force! Woohoo! That would be 6 summoning tokens for you, because we start with 10, I lost 4 units, and that leaves us with 6. Just so if anybody is like new here, I think everybody's a regular at this point. if anybody's like completely new here, has never seen the stream before, this is how it works. We start with 10 summoning tokens, and for every unit that I'm losing, we subtract 1. So I lost 4 units, that means 6 summoning tokens to force. Please send a private message on Discord to Kyle with your player ID. Don't forget about that, because we cannot magically make this happen. But there's some good news. We are doing one more drawing, and that is for the adventure, which happened at the very start of the stream. I know, you guys already forgot about it. So, leave a comment below the video and let us know which one was your favorite encounter in the adventure. Let's be realistic. I don't want to hear 5 million people saying, yeah, legendary encounter was the best, because it wasn't. Okay, it's a very odd legendary encounter. Akio is like on a self-destruct mission for all of his summons instead of using them in a good way. And the Ray of the Radiant Sun, yeah, I know it's a good reward, but let's be real. At this point in time, my guild is at the point where we actually re-roll the ads in the store, because the price for the legendary items here is just, you cannot beat it. Like 10 raid tickets is a completely ridiculous price. It's way too cheap. Don't tell Kyle I said this. Fortunately, he's never watching these streams. So for that reason, many of us are using the ad refreshes for the day, because you only have so many ads that you can watch in a day, apparently, for the store, instead of refreshing the adventure levels and replay the legendary encounter. That should tell you something. Okay, nothing against the adventures. I love the adventure game mode. It's great. I never want them to go away. They are so much fun. Also, Kyle is putting so much work into these. I have like no bad things to say about the adventures, especially this one, because I like Corrin and Bullmon, but mostly Corrin. Yeah, just so you know, if you want to like maximize the chance to get your units to like Diamond Rank 3, it from a cost benefit ratio, I'm not sure that's the right term in this case, but what I'm trying to say is it makes more sense to refresh the store than to refresh your adventure tickets, unless you really are in it for the gold, because you also get some gold in Bullmon's adventure, or any adventure for that matter, especially on Friday evening when double gold day starts. Alright, that's all I have to say. We still don't have a winner from the Agna Advent comment giveaway, by the way. Is that true? Is that true? No, let me double check that. Let me go into my private conversations with Kyle. La 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 la. Random dude won last time. In the second run, Borun won. I didn't lose any units. Blah 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 blah. 10 summoning tokens go to Borun. Alright, I remember. So we had a stream before where we only played one round because I was dead tired. I was. And we did a prize drawing for the adventure. Which adventure was that? That was on the 16th. So now you're confusing me completely. Let me double check. We will figure this out, okay? No worries. Okay, so we did live streams. Eventually. Live. So this is today. On the 16th, we did Monty's Adventure. Okay. So on Monty's Adventure, Sam won. But he decided to give Monster Mash the prize. This is why Sam will never be picked by the wheel again. Okay. And then we had some stuff on the 28th, 29th. That makes sense. And that was the other adventure. For Agna, I presume. Yes. Yeah. Okay, you are correct. You are indeed correct. It appears that we never got to this. Thank you so much. Adventure is the best game mode. Yeah. Okay, so we still have to do a prize drawing for Agna's Adventure. Well, that is some good news, because that means we have one more chance. One more chance. But wait a second. We have to do this slightly differently, because obviously we have to pick somebody that left a comment. if you didn't leave a comment below the video, this is your chance. Yeah. This is all a plot. This is all a plot to get more people to post something. So I'm just gonna post the link in the chat. No, that's not the button I wanted to press. Crap. Okay, so let's see. We have a couple of comments here. 3. Wow. Wow, okay. Apparently nobody watched the description or read the description. Actually, there is no description. I think this was the adventure where the description didn't work for whatever reason. Okay. So let's magically make this happen. One more chance to screw Monster Mash. Alright. So let me just get this straight. So Ivandi pointed out correctly, absolutely correctly, that for this adventure stream that we did half a month ago, 2 weeks ago, this is roughly the time that it takes for another adventure to appear every 2 weeks. I think that's correct, right? So we don't have a winner, and as you all know, as regular watchers of these streams, as we can see by the army of people that left a comment, I can't roll my eyes enough. You just have to post a comment below the video. Which one is your favorite encounter? Please give a reason if you can, but it's okay. We're not gonna be mad if you didn't. And then we're gonna draw a winner from the comments. Okay? So I posted the link to the video in the chat. So you can head on over to the other video, leave a comment. I give you another minute. Actually, so now I finally have an excuse to play some arena. So I give you four arena matches. That translates to 3 minutes. I'm not joking. So you have 3 minutes to leave a comment below the video. The link is in the chat. And then we are going to pull another winner. So in this arena level, as you all know, we're going with ranged units. So you place Grandma in the middle, and then you do all of your other positionings. Then you attack with Giggs, then you attack with Snazbang is his name. And then you can check out what happens here, and then finally you do the active of Queen Akeshru. And that's how you go very easily undefeated in this level without any problems, even without Accio, which is not normally what you do. Alright, so 3 more levels. On this map, you cannot lose. Like, if you're losing on this map, you're doing something wrong. You can play like this. You could actually also play, if you are so inclined, you could also play Sir Matt. But nobody has a strong Sir Matt, so let's not do that. And then you just move your units like this, basically, like a little V, basically. Wait for an opening. Check the positioning of the units. So this should be fine, this should be fine. Then you can attack here in the middle, for example. Then you want to get max effect for your Snazbang, but before you do that, you want to move Accio in, so he doesn't have to subtract any health. Okay, it's good. As always, Sunshine best unit in the game, because Sunshine is just so nice to us that he cleans the landmines that would otherwise be a problem. You don't need another summon to go up against Tanamu, because Tanamu is only good for the first attack, and then the second attack she immediately dies, as you can see here. So that's how you play this level, for example. Also, one day I am going to do a video where I'm breaking down every single arena level in the game. So 2 more. This one, I'm a bit on the fence. I like my strategy, but there's some enemies that are like super powerful that can actually survive this strategy. If you're going up against like a trip of like the strongest units in the game, or the red team, this is problematic. If your enemy is playing like these crap units, like a Tim and a Giggs and a Dorga that die very easily and fast, you can play this strategy. So normally we go... yeah, great start. So Tim is basically dead. That's the good news. You want to move on this side, and then you want to pull the trigger on your own Tim. Okay, so now you have 3 summons. That's enough for these enemies. You can just pull the trigger. Actually, an argument could be made that you don't even want to pull the trigger here. Okay, it's good. And now there's only a Bullmon and the Tokon, and we have enough mages to deal with Bullmon, because that's normally the only problem here with Tokon. So you want to block Tokon, like block access to your mages, and then from a distance you can attack with, in this case, Grandma Bones. Obviously it would be even greater if Tim was still alive, but it's okay. We got what we need. This is enough. All right, one more round, and then we're done with arena, and then we're gonna do the prize drawing. Oh, the supreme one. Nice. This level, you just check which side is weaker. In this case, it's the left side, because on the right side we have an Accio. And on the weaker side, you place Gix. That's the first thing you want to do. Then, you want to place Queen Akeshu on the other side. You will place Naevis in the back, and Accio, and then also Snaspang. And that's all you need. So you move forward with Naevis, you move forward with Gix. Try and get rid of somebody on the left side. Okay, this looks pretty promising, because they're all basically dead. Then you can go to the right side, get a summon. You don't want to use the active. Summon is fine. And here we can actually go for the active. Just make sure that Accio is not standing next to the other units, so he doesn't. So Nimrul cannot connect with Accio and then hit the other units, because if Nimrul gets like super lucky, he's just gonna crit all 5 units and you might be dead. But if you play it right, as you can see, then very often this will get you like a 1-turn KO. And there's nothing the enemy can do. Alright, so that was our very quick arena stream for the day. Let's go back to our prize drawing. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh this page. And if we're still on 3 comments, I did something, or you guys did something very wrong. We still have, we have more. Okay, it still says 3, but it's not updated. Okay. Hashtag Wheel Hates Monster. It's not a lie, it's not a lie. So let me just get this on the left. And then get this other one on the right. There we go. And then we... Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Okay, so we got Griff. We got Asaf 3N398. We got E1DD. I'm just gonna write this the right way. Then we got X4 Sage. I had to post something. Best encounter was legendary. Okay, sure. Monster Mash is here. Then we got Kara Kochuk 444. And is that the following again? Do we have the following already? Yeah, you're here already. Yeah, you only have to post once, no worries. Okay, that seems to be it. I give you a last chance. I'm gonna reload it one more time. And nothing has changed. I guess it was legendary, can't remember. You don't deserve to win for comments like that. Alright, so last prize drawing of the day. This is for Agna's adventure that happened 2 weeks ago. There's a 1 in 7 chance that Monster gets the record, so gets the win. Here's hoping. Wrong direction. It's Ivan D. Okay, congratulations! Woohoo! Alright, who knows if Kyle is still around? So let's just copy this and send him a message. We've did the drawing for the Agnas adventure stream. Ivan DD won. Alright, please send a message to Kyle on the official Discord and he will get back to you. And that would be 10 summoning tokens for you. Alright, that's pretty much it for today's stream. Don't forget, we're also doing a prize drawing at some point. For today's live stream. So just leave a comment below the stream. Let us know what is your favorite encounter from the current adventure, Bullmon's adventure. And then over the weekend, maybe, if I ever get to it, or absolute worst case scenario at the next live stream, we're going to draw a winner, and there's a chance that if your name is on Monster Mash, you will get picked and you will get some summoning tokens. As always, just for fun, we're just going to see how many times the wheel is absolutely going to hate Monster Mash. Okay, would have not worked on the next attempt. Nope, would have not worked on the next attempt. We're down to 4. I mean, that's a 25% chance. It's almost guaranteed that Monster Mash is not going to win. And then with just 3 to go, it's Asaf. And then with a 1 in 2 chance, it's Monster Mash. So obviously not rigged the wheel. As you can all see, there's nothing wrong with it. At this point, I would not be surprised if we do this and Monster Mash would not get picked. If it like ends up in the middle and it would not pick Monster Mash. But okay, right. That's it for today's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're gonna be back. The absolute earliest would be like in 4 or 5 days if my Onslaught tokens refresh, but chances are we're gonna wait a little bit longer until we stream, like if there's another adventure or something. Although my kids do have holidays, so there's more of a chance that I can just stream during the day. It's a little bit different than normally. Alright, thank you everyone for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Bye bye and see you next time.